Fitting clutches doesn't have to be a nightmare. It's as easy or as hard as you want it to be. Follow these simple steps and you can't really go wrong. First, we're going to start off with our clutch. We only use genuine LUK, Sachs, Valio, Exceedi. So we're going to go with this LUK 3-piece rep set. There we go, there's our bearing, there's our cover, there's our plate. And we're going to be fitting this to a lovely Hyundai i10 that we took the gearbox out last week, but it had a leak. So the gearbox went away to get repaired, now it's back. Now it's time to refit it, and we're going to show you how easy that can be. Well, we're just going to pop our gearbox onto our lifting crane now because we need to fit our bearing, and this can be a little bit tricky. So we're just going to pop that on there, make sure it's secure. Next, we need to make sure our clutch is right one, so we get our plate and just simply try it over your splines. So that's good, that fits. Next, we need to clean our cover. Just simply give that a little wipe to get all the packing grease off, because you don't want grease on your clutch because it'll slip. So make sure that's nice and dry. Plate goes on there like so. Make sure it says gearbox side, which this doesn't, but the higher piece of the clutch with the springs in, usually 99% of the time goes inside that way. Don't fit it that way because it won't work. So always make sure it's that way. Next job is to fit our clutch to our flywheel. So we'll simply put it up like so. Just give it a little tap onto your dowels. Grab your bolts. It is a lot easier using your socket. There we go. Just get all them in and make sure you can still move your clutch about. We need our clutch aligner, which has this end and then this slides up and down. So this will go into your flywheel. This goes through the center of your clutch. There we go, like so. Just pop that into the center. Just make sure it's in the middle and then just go around. Just nip 1 or 2 bolts just so it's nice and tight in there. And I use the finger method. Make sure it's equal around the aligner. Like so. So the plate's nice and tight now. And just give that a check again. Oh, that feels good. Next we got our ratchet. And the diagonal pattern. Here we go, go around it, and then you can remove your clutch alignment tool. Don't go mad with your ergo or your electric ratchet, always check it. With the ratchet, we're using a 3/8 one because these bolts are made of chocolate because it's a Hyundai, so we don't want to snap any, tighten them up. And just go around and check all 6 of them, like so. Always do 7 because you never know if you've missed one. For this next step, this is the tricky piece. There's your bearing, as you can see on the back. That's where our fork goes. So that's where you want to put your grease, but we're going to grease the fork just on these points here. And here, you don't need it on there. We're going to grease our guide sleeve so the bearing slides up and down nice. But you may have noticed there's 4 hooks on this bearing, and there's a spring inside there what keeps it on. Looks good, doesn't it? But do not remove this from the fork or you will never get it back in there because the gap is too small. So we need to fit our bearing and then hook this spring over our clips. Sounds easy, doesn't it? But it's not. We're going to get our copper slip and just put literally a little dab where the bearing sits on the fork, and then a nice thin coating, oops, on your guide sleeve. Don't put any on your splines. You do not need to, because if you do, it'll flick off onto your clutch and make it slip. So that's not good. So do not put any grease on your splines. Make sure they're clean, not rusty or anything like that. The box will slide nicely in. So let's try and fit our bearing now. Make sure it goes that way. So these bits go over your fork. Just give that a little, so there we go, that's seated properly now. And then is the fun part with our clip. Just get it and hook it. Over your bearing on one side, like so. It's a bit hard to film this because it is a tad fiddly. Then get your hook and simply hook it over the top of the bearing. Yeah, pull it down. There we go. Make sure that's clipped on. And as we can see, our bearing moves nice and smooth now. It is on a cable, this car, so it's a bit stiffer than hydraulic clutches. So we want it as free as possible. Just check our clips seated properly. That's fantastic. So for refitting the gearbox, make sure you've got all your tools to hand. Your 14mm, we use a wobbly on our Ingersoll Rand 1/2 inch gun. So that's all ready. We have our bolt, which is up here. Simply there, so we can grab it. Get this little piece onto that little piece. We're just going to jack our gearbox in now. Just make sure you remove your securing chains before you do jack it up, in case it gets stuck anywhere, and then simply pump it up. You just stop and check, make sure everything's all right. Your diff's not catching your subframe. There's nothing hitting your radiator. We're looking pretty clear, so we are going to go straight up now. Just make sure it's all lined up, and then just simply slot onto your dowels like so. Then we just grab our bolt, which we can reach. It's not miles away in the toolbox. Simply wind that in. Just need to nip that slightly. There we go. And then we can let go of our gearbox. Make sure it's seated all the way around, and then just simply nip it with our gun. Now we can move our crane out the way. Well, there we go. Gearbox is back in. We're just going to put all the bell housing bolts in now. Top piece of the engine mounts on. We just need to slot our two big main supporting bolts in, which go through the inner wing, as we can see, through this little slot here, which is a great idea by Hyundai. So we just need to jack our gearbox up. So level with our mount. Should be about there. Let's try our bolts. There we go, there's the top one in. There's the bottom one in. Always screw them in a good 4 or 5 turns by hand. And we get our gun and our wobbly. So now we can remove our engine crane because we don't need that anymore. Let's move that out the way. So basically, fitting clutches doesn't have to be hard. It's how hard you make it. If you follow these simple steps, you can't really go wrong if you've got a bit of basic technical knowledge. Make sure your car's nice and secure on the ramp. Start at the top. Battery tray, gear cables, top bell housing bolts, top starter bolt. Send the car up in the air, waist height, wheels off, spray your ball joint, spray the hub nuts up. Send it all the way up. Undo all the bottom stuff. Bottom engine mount. ball joints, drain the gear oil, drive shafts out. It's as simple as that. All cars and vans are the same, whether it's 5-speed, 6-speed, they all have a gearbox, they all have a clutch, providing it's a manual, before anybody says anything. They all have drive shafts, they all have engine mounts, they all have bolts holding them together. It's just how you go about doing it. If you follow these simple steps, it's quite, not easy, but it's doable. If you've got the correct tools, the correct equipment to lift the gearboxes in and out to support your engine, clutch aligning tools. Clutches don't have to be hard. It's how hard you make the job, like any job. Needs a woosah, take your time. If customers rushing you, tell them nicely, it is what it is. It's a clutch, it's a big job. I'm taking half your car to pieces. You're not fitting a wiper blade. You're replacing a clutch, which is a labour-intensive job. You'll ring them when it's done, even though they don't listen to that bit. So, we hope you'd enjoyed our little informative video on clutch fitting. Please like and subscribe.